different music for the first time in 8 games. That's right, folks. The 8-game winning streak has been snapped. Knicks on the second night of a back-to-back, man, facing a desperate and hungry Raptors team. Streak versus streak. Knicks with an 8-game winning streak on the line, going for 9. Raptors with a 6-game losing streak on the line, trying to avoid 7. And it was Pascal Siakam that would ride with his team and ride for his team, shredding the Knicks, every single defender that came his way. No Cam tonight. 52 points for Pascal Siakam, but give credit to the Knicks, man, because they would not go quietly into the night. RJ, Julius, quickly with incredible performances in the second half, man, to bring the Knicks back into this thing. But in the end, as Bill Belichick says, the other team just made more plays, man. And that was all she wrote. Raptors were able to execute. I know you didn't like that Belichick reference. You're a Jet fan now. But Raptors were able to execute down the stretch. And the Knicks weren't, man. 113-106. KFTV postgame live, presented by Manscaped. CP the franchise, Alex Rotaros on the other side. Valiant effort, man. If there was ever a game to have the streak be snapped, obviously things didn't go the Knicks' way early. You had Siakam going off, cooking. Knicks left a lot of opportunities at the free throw line. 61% from there. They weren't taking care of the ball. This is an opportunistic Raptors defense. They turn the ball, they turn you over. Number 1 in the league in doing that, in doing so. And they get out and run and convert off of turnovers. 16 Knick turnovers led to 20-plus Raptor points. So there were a lot of areas that the Knicks would obviously take back. But nevertheless, as I said, you had positives in this. I thought RJ, for the second night, was efficient on his drives from beginning to end. He had a great night on the offensive end, 30 points. Thought Julius was solid. He caught a Charles Smith moment at the end, but it is what it is. He fought. He put his team on his back, was attacking in the second half, and got it done there. And then quickly once again finding his shooting stroke. 6-9 from downtown for quick, 20 points on the night. And that was big. But like I said, late game execution would cost the Knicks because in crunch time, 3:21 left. My turning point of the game, Al. RJ with a ferocious dunk. Mm-hmm. Got the lead back at that point. Knicks up by 1. The next Knicks possession, you had to quickly travel. Right? The next Raptors possession, the Raptors got 3 opportunities on the offensive end. 2 offensive rebounds. Second chance opportunities. Hustle, who wants it more? Raptors got 2 offensive rebounds right there, which led to fouling Pascal Siakam. He sinks his 2, put the Raptors up 1. Next Knicks possession, RJ gets blocked by Anunoby. Was it a foul? Could have been. Raptors come back and get a Fred VanVleet 3, take a 4-point lead, and that was all she wrote, man. 1 minute and 36 seconds left. And that was it. Didn't look back. What were your thoughts in the game, man?
This was a game that Knicks could have had, even though it was the second of a back-to-back. We could look at injuries. The Raptors didn't have Trent. They didn't have, and for the Knicks, we didn't have Grimes. We lost Mitch at the end. We also didn't have Precious Achiuwa as well. But I look at this as the Knicks allowed the Raptors to punch first. Raptors came out of the game very aggressive, and then they put the Knicks on their heels, and then the Knicks didn't show any life until towards the end of the second quarter. And that's why I tweeted out saying, the Knicks need to come out with that same intensity they had if they want to get back in this game. And they did. And kudos to the Knicks for doing that, okay? Because they could have folded. They didn't. They showed some grit. They showed some heart tonight. I get it, no more victories, but for a team that was missing one of their better perimeter defenders,
Yeah.
it's good that you see Quickly out there stepping up to the challenge, especially in the second half when we needed him. We needed someone to give points because tonight was just not Brunson's night on the offensive end when it came scoring-wise, but you see what Grimes offers without him on this court, man. You just see that tenacious defense, another wing defender, someone who's able to guard. I'm not saying that he would have stopped Pascal Siakam, but we saw that we tried every single thing, and we just needed to slow him down. Siakam had 26 points in the first half. Ended the game with 52.
Yeah.
You know, I think he had 17 points in the third. You're not going to – these are one of those nights you're not going to stop him, but you need to try and contain him. And the Knicks did everything they could to try and contain him. I'm wondering what Grimes would have offered on the perimeter to help. Because as you watch Siakam, he was just attacking, going right down the lane, down the middle every single time.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's point of attack defense right there. I wonder what could have been if you had Grimes tonight. We also lost Mitch towards the end. We had Hartenstein. I didn't really like the Hartenstein Sims duo didn't really work when you had Siakam just going ham tonight.
Yeah.
So you
destroyed him.
I also look at if we had Mitch towards the end, maybe that could have been a difference. We needed boards. Mitch is one of our best rebounders, man. We couldn't grab a board at the end. So what if he's in there? Overall, you got solid efforts, as you noted, from Barrett, Quickly, Randall, even Robinson when he was in there. It just they didn't attack first, man, and they ran out of gas towards the end. Hopefully Grimes is back and he's healthy to play on Friday, but this was a close one.
Just got home from the game, actually.
Okay.
This was definitely a trap game, back-to-back Raps losers of 6 straight coming into this one. And I didn't even know Grimes wasn't going to be in the game until they announced the starting lineups in the arena. But if it takes a bad night offensively from Jalen Brunson, 52 from Siakam, and, of course, Grimes being out for a loss to happen, it is what it is. The reffing was a bit suspect at times. I wasn't really a fan of that, especially in a close game. But regardless, 8 is great. We're still the 6th seed. You know, when you go on such a long streak, you're able to kind of afford yourself some of those losses, and that's good. And, you know, I think in some ways this loss takes some of the pressure off the Knicks to keep the streak alive, and the team's just able to reorient themselves and get ready for the next one. And there's no pressure to kind of continue that streak. So, that's all I have to say.
I just wanted to love the show. I just wanted to know can you look in the franchise book and see who scored the most points against the Tom Thibodeau defense? Because they didn't have any different looks. They didn't give them any different looks. I didn't see any double teams. 52 points, shooting a high percentage. Is this the most points one single player has scored against the Tom Thibodeau defense? Because that's just ridiculous. And then if we just look back, I mean, 45 minutes for RJ, that's crazy. You can't. It's a back-to-back. You can't even try to reach back in the bench. An NBA roster consists of 15 guys. You got Evan Fournier with $78 million sitting on the bench. He can't even get in and give you a couple spot minutes for RJ. Something. It's just, man, the guys look gassed towards the end. Tom, I love him, but sometimes he just sticks to his guns when it comes to the rotations, and I just think it's a little crazy. So maybe you could bring that out in the franchise books to see if that is a record, because that's crazy. 52 points. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. We will be live on location at Mustang Harry's from 3 to 5 for a pregame happy hour. So those of you in the area on Friday, come through, pull up on us at Mustang Harry's, and we'll be at the game. If you guys are at MSG, make sure you pull up on us. And then we will have a post-game show as well. So we will have a post-game show, so make sure you keep it locked to KnicksFanTV all Friday for pregame shoot-around coverage, halftime, post-game free throw contest, and then post-game reactions. and the post-game live show. So a lot of content going on Friday. Make sure you guys tap in. And we'll see you guys then, man. Peace.